But I want to ask you about Diddy assistant Christina. You was telling me that she knew what Diddy was doing, right?
Well, listen here, man. Christine, D-Rock, and probably Paul are all co-conspirators based on the trial and what it went to and where it's been going. Now, 9 times out of 10, they might bring Christine Cohen in, way she has been brought up. She could tie everything together. She's saying that she didn't know about the freak offs, but yet still she had to clean up the hotel room and have people over there to clean up the hotel rooms. She had to pay the some of the prostitutes was paid in cash. She had to get the money for the cash and stuff like that. And the hotel people said that not one time that if it wasn't approved by uh, Diddy himself, it had to be approved. Everything had to be approved by Christine. All the freak offs and everything had to be approved by her. So they're gonna bring her in, bro. They're gonna have to bring her in to tie everything up this week. So the defense can't bring her in, because if the defense bring her in, that gives the prosecution a time to like, yeah, okay, we can get her now. You understand? But if she come in for the prosecution, then that means she flipped on Diddy. That means she flipped on Diddy. And if she flipped on Diddy, we know she knows where to turn all the stones at. She knows how to turn all the stones. So she might have to come in as either a co-conspirator, and that means that, and that she's going to get immunity, and she won't be tried like Diddy if they have her as a co-conspirator. But if they have her as a co-conspirator, she'll be tried like Diddy. But if they give her immunity because she was a co-conspirator, um, she's gonna have to tell everything. Show them where all the things are hid. And she knows it because they said that she was his right hand man, a right hand woman. Then nothing moved without her. But she claimed and she wrote a letter that she didn't know anything about the freak offs. She didn't know anything about anybody being abused, which was a lie because Cassie said that she was there a time or two when Puff did some things. Or they had conversations on the phone about it. They had conversations on the phone about it, brother. So how's she gonna say that she didn't know nothing about it when she's got tapes that she knew something about it?
And I'm hearing that they found texts from Kim Kardashian, right?
Did they found Kim Kardashian? Oh yeah, like when when they got those phones, bro, you know, they did a trace on everybody who was having conversations and everything like that. So now, the Kardashians, Kim, all the people that had conversations with Puff, Cassie, uh, what's her name, Christine, the personal assistants and everything like that. All that stuff, the feds have it. But I believe that they trying not to release certain things, bro, to save face on people for either their political power or their prestige in Hollywood. Because it's a lot of stuff that's not coming out that they have. And they just piecing it together. Piecing it enough so that the big wigs won't get in trouble behind it. And I believe it's some big wigs, bro.
So you believe they hiding some big names?
Yeah, bro. Yo, it's a you can't say that. You have parties with Prince Charles. You can't tell me that you have you got parties with all these influential these rappers, these politicians, and he don't have none of them on tape. And they took 265 tapes out of his 265 videotapes out of his house. You just got the stuff with Cassie and them on. Yo, did you know that? And I believe the federal government set him up on this one, bro. Is that they found the tape in Diddy's house. Well, Diddy found the tape in his house. Did you hear about that?
Nah, I ain't hear about that. Tell me about that.
After they did the raid and everything in one of his house, he found the tape. No, he found the phone. He found the phone in his house. After they did a raid in his house, he found one of the phones and he said that, yo, he called Christine Cohen. This is why she could be a co-conspirator too. He called her and said, yo, they left a phone. And this phone got a lot of stuff on it. Now, when they had a warrant for his whole video and his phones and all this stuff like that, you supposed to turn everything over. You supposed to turn everything over. He didn't turn it over. So now, what is he doing? He obstructing justice. The prosecution was trying to get that in, and because he had a phone call. And this had to do with that September the 9th, what was, I said it was the 6-9, that phone. This had something to do with that. So now they was trying to get that tape that he had said in his own words to Christine Cohen that he found the phone, like they had left the phone, or I believe they planted the phone, bro. They put the phone there and left the phone there. Just in case. There's no way they gonna raid your whole house. They gonna turn over everything and leave one phone. And then he found the phone. I think they was trying to bag him then. I really think they was trying to bag him. I think they was trying to bag him on that. So I believe that they were trying to get at him in a way whereas that if they lose the case, they could come up and say, yo, listen here. He was obstructing justice because he never turned over the tape. He never turned over the phone, and we got proof he had the phone. Listen to this. But the judge wouldn't let it in. It was for some reason from case law that the judge didn't let it in. If the judge had to let that in, that's obstruction of justice, plain and simple right there. That was real big. That was a big thing that happened this week. And I don't understand why the judge did not let that conversation with him and Christine. And the lawyers was trying to say that was client and attorney privilege information, but it wasn't. You understand? Because he called his personal assistant first. He didn't call his lawyer about it and told his personal assistant about the stuff that was on there. So they let that rock, and that's one of the things that the defense won this week. The defense won that this week, and it was crazy.
Damn, so you think they was trying to line him up then?
Yo, man, if you ever been in, well, I ain't gonna say you, but I've been in where you search somebody's house. They find everything, bro. You gotta have trap doors. If you got trap doors, they got all kinds of tools and x-ray things that they can look behind walls and all this stuff like that. And they left one phone. And that phone happened to have a lot of stuff on it. No, I believe the federal government left that on purpose to try to get him in obstruction of justice.